Hello guys, this is Tynrael. Welcome to another episode of Kerbal Space Program, New Horizons Modded Career. Today I decided that I was finally going to do away with that restriction that I had implemented for myself at the very beginning of the series, where I would try to reduce the time spent overall by doing parallel missions instead of doing a bunch of serial missions. An example of what I'm talking about is in the stock version of the game, if I found out that it would take a year and a half to send someone to Duna, I would just fast forward 1.5 to 2 years, go to Duna, and then complete my mission and fast forward all the time it took to return home. I think that all these piecemeal missions of going back and forth between all these different crafts is making it more complicated for the episodes, and so I'm just going to try to condense them down into just more singular missions for what they are. So in order to do that, I'm going to wrap up Bob, bring him home. He's been hoarding all of these experiments from Lady that I've been waiting to get so that I can max out my tech tree. I think he's got like 15 of them. He's got over 3,400 meters a second delta V. I have this node in the future. You can kind of see, based on my extended conics, that I'm going to be hitting Sana with a periapsis of 186 million meters. Kerbin is at about 45 million, so I want to dial that down so that I can at least circularize a little closer to Kerbin's orbit around Sana. And so I'll do that, and then fast forward to the sphere of influence there, and we'll capture Bob and bring him home. Okay, it looks like if I do this maneuver for just, almost 1,400 meters a second, it will land me a periapsis around Kerbin, which it is showing over here because it's being drawn across the system, of almost 5,000 meters, which I think is pretty good. And we'll see how much it shifts based on how the maneuver goes and what actually changes when I enter the sphere of influence of Kerbin. Here's our final burn in towards Kerbin. Can we even see it from here? I feel like I should be able to see Sana, maybe. Oh, there it is. Orbiting around in space makes it difficult to see what's right behind you. So that must be Saren. Moon. And Kerbin. So let's see how close we can actually get. I want to keep an eye on this tank. I think that I'm actually going to unlock... Oh, it's been burning fuel that was disabled? That surprises me. I didn't think that would happen. So maybe I don't need to worry about this tank running out during this burn that I'm doing right now. And what did we end up? We ended up with a periapsis of 48,000 meters. That's awesome. Now I'm actually going to jettison this larger tank because I don't need it. So this would be the X200-32, so that's this one. Transfer out the liquid fuel and the oxidizer. And then I was just gonna leave this in space, I guess. Transfer back to Bob's craft. Slider. I'll enable this engine. I'll let these drift apart. Now let's just bring him further home. Oxidizer deprived. I've got oxidizer in here. That is weird. Hello guys, I'm back from a short break. I disconnected these ships so that I could return with the lander, and then I found that even with all of the fuel and oxidizer that was remaining, it would not ignite the engine. It was flaming out saying that it had no oxidizer, and I didn't have any propulsion. So I rolled back to a slightly earlier save that I had, and I'm going to disconnect the lower portion of this lander. And I'm going to return home with the capsule on my poodle stage, like so. We're in the upper atmosphere, going almost 4,000 meters a second, so if we don't start slowing down soon, we'll probably explode. Here we have a pretty nice view of the sun peeking over the horizon. Sauna in the background, all of these stars lined up in front of it. So that is empty. It's not staged. I want to control from here and then flip this around. And then, no. Undock. Now we just need to bring Bob down in the Aurora Borealis. It looks like we're gonna land on the North Pole, which is someplace I've never actually been. So I should be able to take a crew report. Oh, it's in the upper atmosphere. When I get lower, I should be able to get a new crew report as well as new science on the ground. And I'm gonna tweak my parachute to deploy at the max altitude. Oh, I should have tried landing at this anomaly location. I forgot that I accepted that contract. There's an anomaly at the North Pole. I'll have to come back for that later. But I'm in the lower portion of the atmosphere in the cloud layer now. So I should be able to... Come on, Bob. Give me a crew report. There we go. Kerbin's ice caps. If you stare at it too long, your eyes start to water. 1.8 science. I'll take everything that I can get. Bob's already carrying quite a nice package of stuff from Lathy. I'm curious to see what I get for him as a level 2 scientist. I should be able to reset my mystery goo. take a surface sample, which is obviously going to be ice. Safe landing. A vessel returned home from Lethe. So let's take a surface sample. This isn't really solid ground, is it? You got a sample, but you fear to dig any deeper because the crackling sounds the ice made. Keep that. I don't see a point of planting a flag, I guess. Keep that. Now let's go for the real science. Oh, there's data in here. Store that. It's going really slow. I wonder why. 3.5 science. Well, let's see what the returns are for this mission. 623 science. That's actually not a whole lot. What was the... Because I'm used to getting things from Minmus that are worth like 70 to 100. So I guess there's a surface sample that was worth over 100. And that was about it. Everything else is pretty minor. But that just means we have to push out and get more science from somewhere else. And you can also see there's lots of contract configurator things. But anyway, Bob advanced to level 4, which is nice. Next time, we will probably follow the Titanus probe to Titanus. It is fully fueled. So we've got a boatload of fuel for the Titanus probe. And I think that Titanus has at least one moon. Okay, so Titanus has 2 moons that we will probably be exploring. So next episode, I think we'll check out Ite, Tylo, and then dive bomb into the atmosphere and see if we survive. I hope you guys are enjoying the series. Feel free to comment, like, and or subscribe, and I will catch you in the next episode.